Everton Mota de Abreu. It's my full name, the name of this channel. And if you're here, statistically, you decided to go back to the first video, probably after some motivational message, even from myself or my future dash present self, which is debatable if it's the same person or not. But you were kind of persuaded by curiosity, rather morbid, as you can see, to see how something like this dash slash that started. And hopefully, this will make you overcome certain fears, abstract or not. Fears are actually all abstract, despite of we having somewhat concrete fears. Um, But yeah, it's the very first video. And as every first video, it's very interesting because you have like some degree for improvement. I believe that if you start very well, if you are not embarrassed by the way that you started, maybe you took too long. Maybe you're too self-conscious about your appearance, about your physical space, about your technique, about your accent, about your hair or lack of. And but the most difficult thing is to start, apparently. That's what I heard about a lot of YouTubers, business people, fitness people, people that were very inclined to fitness. As you can see, angel eyes tend to break fairly easily, especially if you have like them like on your hands to, to try to disguise that you are slightly nervous. So maybe something a little bit heavier might do the trick. 1 and 1/4 pound plate, a fractional plate. It's interesting because moments that you are emotionally charged, even though you have like the possibility of deleting the video, even though it might not be the first time that you are trying to record the first video, but it's interesting because it creates a sense that you are getting like in the field, that you are getting in the game, that you are not like warming up anymore, that you are not training anymore, even though you have like the reset. Imagine like going like on stage for lots of people. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I imagine the preparation that those guys got it. And why they usually incentivize people to go to the same. 1 and 1/4. When I try to say 1.25, my math teacher that were teaching me about mathematics, and she was my math teacher in high school, and I don't know why when we are nervous we remember such things. But she mentioned that, well, why use um, fractions? I asked her, when decimals are so much easier. And I was expecting something like, I don't know, because fractions are going to strengthen you, they have somehow like a certain mystique about, how to improve your performance and whatsoever. And her answer was very simple. She'd say, well, because decimal is for poor people. Maybe one day you'll understand. And what I understand about that episode actually, it's like the importance of communication, language, every science, every discipline, every spirituality, religion, relationship is based on communication. And communication is really a part of development. And I think that all of this is what this will be about. And self development, kind of like a journey, kind of as a follow along. If you are wise enough to get this while it's still cheap, while it's still taking place, um, it will be a walk along, which I hope that you, which I hope that you come upon board if you're wise enough. Intelligent, I know that you are because if I could explain the brain power, the processing capability that your brain has, believe me when I tell you that if I had to buy computers powerful enough as your brain, I would need to spend at least like $5 to $5.5 million. 2026 money, actually. We're seeing April 16th, the Thursday, 3:30 in the morning, 3:30 in the afternoon, sorry. And that's pretty much what it is. Um, think of this as being kind of like a central hub for different disciplines, just like in our TV channel, which is probably extinct by the time that you're seeing this. But back when TV existed, television, distance, vision, um, back then you had like the same TV channel, and over there you would have like different programs. So you would have like your comedy sketch, you would have your news, which you won't find here, unless that they're pertinent, unless they are very important for you. Expect to find something like different layers of life, It's a little bit of fiction here, a little bit of comic there, a little bit of instruction there. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Or maybe more accurately, like different disciplines. All of them having as a common thread self development. And we'll go through everything through self gassing, through building a very aspirational, sensual body and appearance. As you can see, aesthetic is the image of ethics. And if you're very into organization, very into fine things, no wonder why you're here. But all the disciplines, all the aspects, financial, entrepreneurship, relationships, all of them. Relationship with environment, relationship with others, relationship with the opposite sex, assuming that you are attracted to it, and relationship with yourself, relationship with capitalism, relationship with history, politics, all of that. Um, it's gonna be an interesting journey to go from now on. And it's going to be kind of like a very interesting time machine. Like, I came here from the future to tell you that it's worthy, that it was worthy, that it's amazing. Um, but right now, present tense, present future tense, it's going to be like a very interesting journey. A journey that I invite you to come in, but not come in as a spectator. Come in as someone that has an example. Not a father, of course, not a son, not even a friend, but kind of like an older brother in a way. brothers in arms. I don't like to use that expression, but someone like along with you in the journey, or at least someone that you look upon to, that you can see the whole thread going on, that you can see the whole element of inherent fiction being the conductor rail of your journey. So yeah, I really invite you to come upon, and I think the most humble the beginning, the bigger will be the jump. Later on, the bigger the impact. But this is a time machine in a way. I think that it will be very interesting to see this very first video in an event to celebrate some cheesy um, milestone down the line, number of subscribers or number of videos or whatever. I prefer number of videos. I prefer metrics that you control the input, not based on output that might or might not be meritocratic. I believe that one of the few really meritocratic endeavors that you can actually pursue. I really need to clean this place. But I didn't want to procrastinate. I didn't want that to be like another reason to procrastinate. And I believe that one of the few actual, really meritocratic endeavors is the fitness. How well you can make your body to perform, to look. Looks are performance. I think we are past that. But yeah, now that I am finally recovered from a car accident, that journey can start. And that's pretty much it. That's going to be the end of the video. No editing, no script, just the sheer strength of your personality and overcoming the initial friction. That's it. I hope that this video was disappointing enough for you that came from far from the future, and for you that started in the beginning. I hope that it was not that scary to see where we come from. I like seeing short horror movies on YouTube, and I always expected something very strange to come from there. And guess what? It was me. So yeah, always remember that gravity and attraction is directly proportional to the mass and inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Maybe the grammar is not that proper, but we are all here to evolve, right? So yeah, subscribe. Try to be the first or the millionth, and like, of course. And if you got all the way here, you're gonna like or dislike, who knows? But I hope you like, and see you next. Until the last video that you want to see. But that's a subject for another moment.